We are back at Bishan Stadium here in Singapore, 4.5 months on from last season's AFC Champions League Two final for the continuation of a brand new campaign as the Lion City Sailors host Selangor FC of Malaysia. It's match day 2 of the AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 season, and we are just moments away from a huge clash between cross-border rivals as these clubs from Singapore and Malaysia collide. Here's a look at the group ahead of this fixture. This is Group G of the East region. Bangkok United leading the way, 2 points clear of the Lion City Sailors in second and Persib Bandung in third, Selangor in fourth, and come into this game looking for their first points in the group. It's been a hot day in Singapore, 28 degrees Celsius, 78% humidity, a little bit of a breeze, but these players are going to have to deal with these conditions, especially in the first half of this contest. That is something to watch out for as well with regard to how the heat and humidity affects the pace of play. Thankfully, it's much cloudier now than it was about an hour prior to kickoff, and the players were out warming up. A good attendance this evening here at Bishan Stadium. We're just having a look at the group of Selangor fans who have travelled across to Singapore to watch their side in action. The Lion City Sailors also have a strong fan base. Selangor fans who came in early, tucked away in a corner on this side of the stands at Bishan Stadium. A much changed Bishan Stadium, a venue which served as the battleground for last season's final between the Lion City Sailors and Sharjah FC. It's a very different Bishan from that night. The Sailors put in close to $1 million to revamp the stadium for the tournament's main event. Work was done on the floodlights, the pitch, branding and seating capacity. All carried out for that final. Taken down again for the start of this new campaign. And you're getting a much clearer sight of what Bishan Stadium usually looks like when the Lion City Sailors play their home matches here. Fascinating group this one is. 4 Southeast Asian sides competing against each other for 2 spots in the next stage of the competition. We have teams from Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia and Singapore. Aside from clubs, we have kicking off here this evening, Bangkok United and Persib also vying for spots in the next round, with only the top 2 teams making it through into the next stage. There is plenty in the way of regional rivalry in this group, as there usually is when it comes to football in this part of the world. With the triad of top sides from Southeast Asia fighting it out on the pitch for pride and glory, while their supporters compete off it in their attempts to push their teams on. Both sides in action tonight will know how important every point is in what could very well be a tightly contested group, especially after the results from the opening fixtures of this competition. Victory tonight would go a long way in shaping their path towards qualification. Far more than just bragging rights up for grabs. It is more than just about football in the region. It's also about making an impact on the continental stage and finding success in one of the great tournaments of Asian football. That is something for a little bit further along down the road, but this is where you lay the foundation for success. Well, Bishan Stadium, a venue which has seen matches in the AFC Asian Cup Championship, the AFC Asian Cup Winners' Cup, the AFC Cup, and an AFC Champions League qualifier. And the last AFC club competition match here prior to last season's final, taking place on the 8th of May 2012 in an AFC Cup group game between Home United and Chonburi of Thailand. 13 years later, it hosted the inaugural edition of the AFC Champions League Two final. The Lion City Sailors will be coming out alongside Selangor in just a few moments. Will be looking to use their home ground advantage to great effect once again this season. They have strong support here at Bishan, the set of fans who have been able to witness and celebrate plenty of success in the club's short history of just 5 years. 2 league titles, 2 Singapore Cups, and an incredible run through last season's competition. A lovely, lush, natural grass surface here at Bishan as well, one which the players will enjoy featuring on tonight. Lion City Sailors played the majority of their home matches in this competition last season on an artificial surface at Jalan Besar Stadium. It served everyone well until it was decided that the final will be moved here to this venue. No club can have any complaints then about the playing surface. All excuses have gone out the window as we move forward through this competition. Special moment for the players as the anthem rings out here at Bishan, representing their clubs, themselves, their supporters and their countries on the continental stage. Plenty in the way of quality for this contest as well. A Singapore-Malaysia derby tonight. And there is always added interest whenever these 2 nations collide, be it on the international or club stage. So have a close look at Faisal Halim. Great to see him back involved heavily with Selangor FC. Tony Dankovic in your picture, watching on as well. From the stand, from the pitch rather, he is ready to go. Looking at the stands and feeling that excitement and energy. Two big clubs coming up against each other. Let's have a look at the lineups, beginning with the Lion City Sailors. They have made just one change from the opening fixture in this competition against Persib. Christopher Van Housen comes into the side in place of Safwan Baharudin, who is ineligible to play against his parent club. Rui Perez ages closer to his 50th appearance for the club with a start here as well. Anderson Lopez will be looking for his first goal in this competition. He leads the line with the support of Maxime Lestien and Bart Ramsala. Lots of quality on the bench as well for the Lion City Sailors. Several Singapore internationals, the likes of Song Ee-yong, Hami Shaheen, Zulkarnain Suzliman, and Noor Adam Abdullah, who's back with the club after his national service stint. Aris Harun, captain of the Lion City Sailors. That coin toss, Faisal Halim, captain of Selangor. Fantastic match ball as well for this competition. This is what Selangor have gone with for their starting 11. Christophe Gamel has made 2 changes to the side that started their last game in this competition against Bangkok United. Sharul Nazim comes into defense in place of the suspended Harit Haikal, who was sent off in the opening fixture. There might be a change in formation as well this evening, with Faisal Halim being named in the lineup ahead of one of their regular centre-backs, Muhammad Abu Al-Nadi, who has to make do with a place on the bench. Referee for this fixture is 36-year-old Che Sang-hyop. He has 128 matches in the top 2 divisions of the K-League under his belt and has refereed across the continent in various competitions, including 4 matches in the AFC Cup. He will be assisted by Park Sang-jun and Kwak Seung-sun, with Ko Hyung-jin serving as the 4th official. All of tonight's officials are from Korea Republic. Ivan Susak in goal for the Lion City Sailors ahead of his Wan Maburi. Started the match against Persib as well, and seems to have taken a #1 jersey for the Singaporean club this season. On the other side of things, Kalamullah Al-Hafiz, number 33, in goal for Selangor. Not the tallest of goalkeepers, 1.78 meters tall, Kalamullah. Even Susak on the other side, just over 2 meters tall. Seconds away from kickoff here at Bishan Stadium. Here we go, kickoff at Bishan Stadium. Welcome along to this fixture between the Lion City Sailors of Singapore and Selangor FC of Malaysia. Matchday 2 in Group G of the AFC Champions League 2 2025-26 season. Lion City Sailors going from right to left on your screens, playing in the white and blue. And Selangor FC going from left to right in the navy blue outfits. Sailors into this fixture second on the standings after picking up a point against Persib Bandung in their away game on match day 1. Because Bangkok United were leading the standings at the moment with the 3 points that they collected in their opener against Selangor FC, a 4-2 win for the side from Thailand. Lestien with an early ball into the box, just out of ahead of Bart Ramsala. Warm conditions, warm and humid conditions here in Singapore. So another look at this. Good run from Ramsala. Just on the blind side of Quintin Cheng. He's playing it right back for Selangor FC. So a change in their formation under Christophe Gamel. They were playing previously with a back 3 or a back 5, depending on the phase of play. Gamel, taking over, has gone into a back 4. New ideas with the new head coach. It's Faisal Halim, Malaysia international, incredibly talented player. Faisal, a lot of experience and quality that he brings to this side to be a part of the front three for Selangor FC. And on the left-hand side, Costa on the left for the Lion City Sailors. And themselves have been looking at a formation change from last season's campaign. In this competition, they intended to go with the back five. It was a setup that served them well, soak and strike. And we saw hints of that in the opening game against Persib. Haris Harun would just drop into that defensive line. Now they move into a back five here when they don't have the ball. So a variation in the tactical setup in and out of possession. As Clove, who's looks to be given a free role in this setup for Selangor this evening. Ramzala looking to try and flick it on, but Sharul Nazim was in the way. Clove has his pass forward blocked off. Comes to Darkovic. Quick switch out to Lestien. This is where the Lion City Sailors can be dangerous. On the counters, Lestien. Go on the outside, the ball back in. Tried to pick out Innocent Lopez, but Noah Lane is in the way for Selangor. Hard-working presence in central midfield for the Malaysian side is Lane, from a Finnish youth international. Now a senior Malaysian international, as is Quinton Cheng. He gets it back to his goalkeeper, Kalamola Al-Hafiz. Done by Alvin Fortes. Sian Denge. Susak. Trying to pick out Lestien again. He's always going to be a player that they will try and get it out into as much as they can. Nur Al-Rawabde, Jordanian international, number 8. Goes box to box for Selangor. Will say to Noah Lane, you just sit back and hold your position defensively. Richman Ankra. Now chest down into Sharul Nazim. It's Quinton Cheng. Four Southeast Asian sides in this group. Adding to the intrigue, lifting the level of excitement and the rivalry as well. Fortes takes it off Costa, who wants the free kick. Referee isn't interested in the appeals. Perez, strong challenge on Al-Rawabde. Pass out to Sharul. Club. Starting in that position just behind Grigor, who's leading the line for Selangor, the Brazilian. Clove being given that freedom to roam across the pitch. Try and link the play. Al-Rawabde. Then pass out to Cheng. Bites the width. Not too bad of a ball into the box. Sent away by Bailey Wright. Here's Ramzala. He's got plenty of pace as Bart Ramzala, but he's isolated just for the moment. Surrounded by 3 players. So has to go back into Costa. Intelligently lifted back into the path of Ramzala. It's worked in opening. Sets Cheng down. Lestien with the header. Lopez with the finish! An early goal for the home side. Anderson Lopez gets his first goal in AFC Champions League Two. First blood to the Singaporean side. Last season's finalists off to a fantastic start. Clever work down the left by the Sailors. But Ramsala initially surrounded by 3 players, and Selangor just switched off. Quintin Cheng is getting caught out of position, ball watching. Costa with a clever pass down the line for Ramsala, who picked out Lestien, and Lopez, no problems. He is onside, Anderson Lopez, as he flicks that in. And you wonder if Shahrul Nazim might have been better served putting a challenge in on Anderson Lopez rather than dropping off onto his goal line. And the problems started here, down the left. That's an assist for Maxime Lestien. Anderson Lopez, one of the great goal scorers of Asian football. Had a tough start to his career with the Lion City Sailors. Took him some time to get going, but he finally scored his first 2 goals for the club in a Singapore Premier League fixture recently against Tanjung Pagar United. And gets his first goal on the continental stage for the Sailors. And Lopez, who played a starring role in Yokohama F. Marinos' historic run to the final of the 2023-24 AFC Champions League season. A player who has finished as the J1 League's top scorer in back-to-back seasons, 2023 and 2024. He's played in Japan, Korea Republic, People's Republic of China as well. 18 goals in 25 AFC Champions League elite matches. That's Alexander Rankovic, his 86th match in charge of the Lion City Sailors. It's the longest spell as a head coach in his career and the most successful. Appointed at the end of June 2023, having spent most of his early coaching career as an assistant manager in Dutch football. League title and 2 Singapore Cups with the Lion City Sailors. He was a former midfielder, also played mostly in the Dutch league. Richmond Ankra. Faisal Halim drops in off that left-hand side just to try and get involved. Lane is fouled by Rui Pires. Well, that's exactly what the Portuguese central midfielder is in the side for, just to disrupt in those positions. Pires, number 8 for the Lion City Sailors. He tends to keep things simple in possession. Similar sort of role that Lane has for Selangor. Is Noor Al Rawabde. Has recovered recently from a serious knee injury. Kept him out for about a year. Susak sends it up to Lopez. Richmond Ankra wins the header, wins the free kick. Seems to have picked up quite a bit of confidence, scoring those 2 goals in the domestic league for the Sailors. This is something that will help him as well. Being given opportunities to start. They do have Leonard T, who was their top scorer in the Singapore Premier League last season. He's available on the bench, and in fact has made a very strong impact for the Lion City Sailors from off the bench. Has been getting the goals for them. He scored the late equaliser against Persibando on matchday 1. Clough not too happy with the pass out into him from Shahrul Nazim. Zach Clough, 30-year-old, was playing for Adelaide United in the A-League for 3 seasons before moving to Selangor in July. Shahrul Nazim, 25-year-old central defender, can play at right back as well. 11 caps for Malaysia, to the side in place of the suspended Harit Haikal. Fortes, he wanted to pass out into him a lot earlier. Ramsala. It's away from Rawande, lovely pass into Costa, linking up very nicely down this left-hand side. Costa and Ramsala. And Dengue. With the press, with the aggression, not a chance for the Sailors. Selangor looking shaky defensively, scrambling to clear. Ramsala with another effort. It's going to fall to Lopez. It should be two, and it is. Anderson Lopez again. Well, Selangor asking the question of the referee. They felt that Gregor Moraes was fouled in the lead up to that. They had to play to the whistle, but once again, danger is caused by the Lion City Sailors with the intensity of their pressing. Not giving up on anything here. Some good work down the left. Quintin Cheng is struggling to deal with the threat of Ramsala and Costa. And Dengue with the hard work to block that attempt at a clearance from Cheng. And then Sharul, who is far too casual in his attempts to win a goal kick. Won back well by Dengue. And it looks like Lopez is onside as well. No problems there, as the deflection on that shot falls kindly into his path. Nice and composed with the finish. And Anderson Lopez gets another. There's a lot of excitement. So that signing was confirmed by the Lion City Sailors. Big money move by Singapore football standards. Anderson Lopez coming across from the J-League to the Singapore Premier League. And there was some criticism of his displays early on with the Sailors. These goals, 4 goals in his last 2 matches for this side now will serve him well going forward. He scored 9 goals in 10 AFC Champions League Elite appearances last season. Already has 2. This one is second appearance in this competition. And Selangor with plenty of work to do now to get themselves back into this game. Look very sharp on their arrival into Bishan Stadium. There is Christophe Gamel. He hasn't had too much time to work with the side. A 53-year-old. He's had an interesting career, some experience of this competition as an assistant with the Mercato FC. He isn't a stranger to Asian football. He was also an assistant with Vietnam's national team, and he coached in Malaysia as well with Pahang. Kamel, former head coach of Fiji's national side. Also spent time in Qatar as an assistant at Al Rayyan. Won't be easy for Selangor. Having to adjust. A change in the coaches, a change in formation it appears, and set up. Here's Cheng. Cross is deflected off Ramsala into the path of Gregor. Couldn't quite get that under control, Gregor Moraes. He's one that Lion City Sailors will have to look out for. 24-year-old Brazilian. It's Quintin Cheng, who's been decent going forward. Deflection of Ramsala, just taking it away from the attempt at a headed clearance by Haris Harun. Gregor Moraes perhaps wasn't expecting it to arrive into his feet. There's Dengue. Was playing in Switzerland prior to his move to Singapore. Haris Venhausen, one of several Singapore internationals in this side. Players who will be involved in AFC Asian Cup qualifying with the next international break. Back-to-back matches for Singapore against India. Al-Rawabde, who will have a FIFA World Cup to look forward to with Jordan. Ramsala lost his footing. Al-Rawabde. Venhausen well positioned to intercept that crossfield pass with the header. Out for a throw in to the Malaysian side. Here's Nur Al-Rawabde. Good work rate in the engine room. Gets up and down the pitch. Very comfortable in possession. Cheng, Clough. Costa, who's saying to the assistant referee, well, you were standing right there, where was the flag? It should have been raised. Instead, it was the referee who called the foul. That's Costa, who initially joined the Lion City Sailors last season on loan from Portuguese club Famalicão. He was so impressive in his spell at the club that they made the move permanent just before the start of this campaign. There is Costa again. 13 assists in 27 appearances for the Lion City Sailors. Well done challenge from Dankovic. Wraps his foot around the legs of Krigo in a legal manner, so the officials think anyway. Christophe Gamel, who's on the edge of his technical area, not too happy. Having a word with the assistant referee, who's giving his view of things back to him as well. Krigo. Sharul Azim. Krigo also having to drop deep. Flag goes up for offside on Cheng. Quintin Cheng was born in Australia to Malaysian parents. Van Housen. Estienne to Van Housen. That's right. Flipped on by Dengue. Good pressure from Selangor. Sunny and bright earlier here at the Bishan Stadium. We're just starting to see quite a few dark clouds arriving over the venue. Perez helps it forward. There's a press from the Lion City Sailors again. Sharul in caught in possession. Noral Rawabde and Rui Perez coming together. He's gone down clutching his chest. Noral Rawabde. Is very aggressive and physical in the middle of the park, as you need to be playing at this level. That's going to be a booking for Rui Perez. Scored his first senior goal in professional football recently against Tanjung Pagar United in the Singapore Premier League. It was a stunning strike. A delayed reaction from Noral Rawabde. To that arm into the chest from Perez. A little bit embarrassing from the Jordanian. Trying to get Perez into a lot more trouble. He's going to receive a few cheers from the Lion City Sailors fans. So Rawabde tries to get it around into Fortes. Datkovic, who's very reliable at the back, forming good partnership this season alongside Bailey Wright. Two of them in central defence. Dankovic, who was signed last season, has been impressive for the Lion City Sailors. He did make a mistake against Persib. Pass across the pitch, resulting in Persib's opening goal, scored by Salil Ramdani. Referee just getting in the way. Perez just will have to be careful. Sousa. Able to get it away. Under pressure from Krigo. There's Cheng. Noral Rawabde. Lion City Sailors, champions of Singapore, winning the league and cup double last season. Did have a domestic treble as well, if you take into account the Singapore Community Shield that they won at the beginning of their last campaign. Also created history with their performance in this competition. And that run to the final was something that has given them plenty of belief that they can do so again this time. to take on and beat tough opposition from established footballing nations in Asia, likes of Sanfrecce Hiroshima and Sydney FC, dispatched on their way to the final. Sailors have also been in good form in recent weeks, unbeaten in the last 4 fixtures in all competitions, 3 wins and a draw. As Costa, not messing about, puts it out for a corner to the away side. Man City Sailors will be fresh for this match as well. Last played on the 22nd of September in that league fixture against Tanjung Pagar, a side that they hammered 7-0. It's Kevin Diromram, who was playing with Port FC of Thailand last season. Played against the Lion City Sailors in their group stage match. 3-1 defeat for his side. In that fixture, Diromram, delivery, punched up into the air by Susak. Puts his defence under a bit of pressure. There's Sharo with the chance. Richmond Ankara with the effort, blocked out. Another corner. I think you expect a lot better from your 2-meter-tall goalkeeper in those situations. If you're a Lion City Sailors defender. Wasn't challenged as well, Ivan Susak. It's Diromram, much better from the Croatian. Quick release, Ramsala. Diromram with the foul. He'll be lucky to escape a booking. And that's his one and only warning. Now Anderson Lopez again asking the question of the referee, feeling that he should have produced the yellow card for Kevin Diromram. Pretty cynical, knew exactly what he was doing. The foul on Ramsala. Zdakovic. Was playing in the 2nd division of Spanish football prior to his move to the Lion City Sailors. Sharo was a little bit fatigued already, coming to the 25th minute of this match. Has been with Selangor since 2020. Has been an important player for the club since joining from Masera United, making his 104th appearance for Selangor. And his 5th in AFC Champions League Two. Shahrul, who has been getting regular minutes in the Malaysia Super League as well. Richmond Ankara on to Nur Al-Rawabdeh. Lane, Al-Rawabdeh, on to Chengu. Took up a narrower position. Tried to move it along quickly, and pass was just on the side of Krigor Moraes. Faisal picks up the loose ball. Here's Fortes, his footing. Still manages to find Faisal Halim, who's earned another corner. Smart play from Faisal Halim. Wanted it played into him earlier. That's what he was saying to Fortes, just pointing to where he wanted it initially. And it's Faisal who's going to take this. 37 caps for Malaysia, 15 goals for his country. Inspirational captain. The outswinger this time, Susak, touch away. And it's a wild effort from Nur Al-Rawabdeh. Caused a few problems for Ivan Susak with the corner deliveries. Selangor. Susak will be turning 28 on the 6th of October. Looking for that early birthday present. Conceded 9 goals in his first 4 appearances for the Lion City Sailors. Brought wanting to strengthen the side in the goalkeeping department and to compete with Singapore international Iswan Mahmud. Clough, lovely pass that from Lane into Clough. Dirong Ram. Tankovic had to get that header away. Here's Cheng. A bit of lightning in the background as well, but play will continue for the moment. No round up there. Can't get past Tankovic. It's being held down. Officials very happy to allow play to continue. And Selangor will take the corner. Again, Christophe Kamel is berating the assistant referee. He feels there was obstruction and should have been given a free kick. But the deliveries from these corners have been decent for Selangor. Will be taken by Faisal once more. Good pace on that. Another one for Selangor. Corners in quick succession for the Malaysian side. Keeping the pressure on the home team. Faisal goes deep this time around, taken out nicely by Fortes. Saved by Susak at his near post. Harris onto Lestien. Space for the break here for the Lion City Sailors. Ramzala. Lovely crossfield pass from Lestien has Lopez on the far side of the box. Gets held up for the moment. Costa arrives in support. Cut back to Ramzala. Shah rolling away. That's the kind of situation that the Sailors will be looking for. Moments that they relish. The Lion City Sailors, a real threat on the break. The attacking transitions with that 2-goal lead. Can afford to go back into that soak and strike approach. Tankovic heads another one away. Cross played in by Dirong Ram. Lane picks it up in midfield. Onto Clough. Here's Faisal. Runs at Costa. This cross has taken a deflection. He's looking dangerous, is Faisal Halim. Very direct, quick. Wants to run at the opposition defense. Creative, intelligent footballer and a leader with the winning mentality is Faisal. Former Penang youth player. Here's another look at this block from Sharul on Ramzala. A fast break. Costa is so good at getting forward in support of Ramzala on this left-hand side. So concentrate here. Susak again deciding to go with the punch. Comes down to Krigor. Difficult one to get under control. Costa, Diogo Costa of the Lion City Sailors is actually looking at his goalkeeper saying, well, try and catch it. On a goalkeeper's mind, he's thinking about playing safe, but it puts his side under pressure. And he's got really good height as well, and he's not come under any sort of pressure in terms of contact being put in on him. Well, we're going to have a stoppage here. There is lightning in the vicinity, so for the safety of the players and the officials, the match has been suspended for the moment. So the lightning warning system has been activated here at Bishan Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there will be a short suspension. Hopefully, there will be a short suspension until we get more information
everyone to move out of the field of play. Please understand
when we can get restarted. Anderson Lopez with 2 early goals for the Lion City Sailors. Means for now it is the Lion City Sailors 2, Selangor FC 0. Welcome back to Bishan Stadium here in Singapore. I am pleased to say we are just a couple of minutes away from the resumption of this Group G fixture on matchday 2 of the AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 season between the Lion City Sailors of Singapore and Selangor FC of Malaysia. Players were given 20 minutes to warm up ahead of this restart. Match was suspended in the 31st minute due to inclement weather. The lightning warning system was activated. So we had quite a lengthy delay for the safety of everyone involved. Taken off the pitch. It's a thunderstorm. This is what it's like in the tropics. Typical Singaporean weather. Blazing heat and then a thunderstorm. And I'm delighted to say that we can get this match back underway. And hopefully there won't be any more issues with the rest of this contest. If you're just joining us, welcome along. Lion City Sailors leading by 2-0. Both goals scored by Anderson Lopez. His first 2 goals in this competition. Scoring the opening goal in the 7th minute. Second one coming in the 13th. He's now up to 20 goals in AFC club competitions. And much to the delight of the spectators here. And to the players as well. He wanted to get on with it. We're back underway. So beginning from a goal kick. Lion City Sailors going from right to left on your screens, playing in the white and blue against Selangor on the all navy blue outfits, going from left to right. 2-goal deficit to make up. Fortes trying to play it through straight away into Krigo. And the counter press was on, trying to win it back quickly. It was Elvin Fortes. Back to Lane, goes down looking for a free kick. Lane will win a corner. He's played it off the leg of Costa. In the corner for Selangor, they've been able to put in some decent deliveries. Sushak hasn't looked the most convincing dealing with those deliveries. He's chosen to punch on a number of occasions. A very good crowd when this match got underway. Someone just stepped out, and I'm sure will be coming back perhaps as they realize that the game has restarted. Snoral Rawabde, the ball in. Lopez with the clearance. Looking for Lestian on the break. So he played back to Kalamula by Dirom Ram. Gets it again. Lion City Sailors, as it stands, up to 4 points in the group. A draw against Persib Bandung on match day 1. And the team with a late equalizer in that fixture. Is good, picking up a point on the road, and then you want to try and win your home matches. It's not something that Selangor were able to do in theirs on match day 1 of this competition. 4-2 defeat for them against Thailand's Bangkok United. It's Quintin Cheng. He's had his problems dealing with the threat of Ramsel and Costa down this side of the pitch. Selangor off the restart, looking a little bit sharper than the Lion City Sailors. Fascinating as well how you can see a shift in momentum in situations like this. So important what the players do in the locker rooms while they're waiting for the game to be restarted. Try and stay focused mentally. Tough. Get it back from Krigo. I'll try to be a little bit more aggressive with the pressing from the front, Selangor. You can already see it. For the first 3 minutes since the restart of this contest. That's Christophe Kamel. He's only had 4 days as their head coach. Selangor under 23's head coach. Has been put in charge of this side. After they released Katsuhito Kinoshi. Just 5 days ago. Here's Clough. He's going to really been able to make an impact in this match. Or in fact, since he's joined the club, he's come under a little bit of criticism. As a Zach Club brings with him plenty of quality and experience. He hasn't quite been able to make his impact with Selangor just yet. This one is 10th appearance for the Malaysian side. It's Faisal Halim, who's been lively in this contest, always looking to get involved. Good work down this right-hand side, link up, releases Chang. Great ball in, Krigo, was he taken down? Well, Selangor feel there should be a penalty. The referee took his time and he points to the spot. Exactly what the Malaysian side needed from the restart. They've been switched on. Better of the two teams have played at a higher tempo. And they've gotten a big opportunity here. Much quicker playing conditions as well. No issues with Krigo. He is onside as it's played into him by Cheng. It's a lovely ball from that angle. Is he taken down by Susak? The referee thinks so. That's a great delivery. There was some lovely work from Selangor. Yeah, wonderful replay angle, confirming that the referee was right to award the penalty. Now the focus is on Clough, but it was Krigo who initially went to the spot. Now it's going to be Faisal Halim. And it's back with Krigo once more. Some mind games, yeah. Now Krigo Moraes, who has been in outstanding goal-scoring form for Selangor since joining the club. 9 goals in 10 appearances so far for Selangor. Up against Susak. A big moment for the Malaysian side. Krigo Moraes steps up, puts that away, and they are back in this. Expertly taken by Krigo Moraes. His 10th goal in his 11th appearance for Selangor in all competitions, and his 2nd goal in this season's AFC Champions League Two campaign. A perfect tonic for the Malaysian side. Getting a quick goal back after the restart.
Goal for Selangor FC by player number 91, Krigo Moraes.
So the Lion City Sailors were looking comfortable, holding on to that 2-goal lead before the match was suspended. They'll have to lift themselves again and get back into this, at least in terms of the intensity of their play. They're taken aback by the pace of Selangor's play since the restart. It's Richmond. Selangor were really poor defensively in the opening 30 minutes of this contest, have decided to defend from the front. There's more aggression, there's more intensity in their play. They've not given the Lion City Sailors a chance to get out and create anything of note so far. Once more, Sharul Nazim puts it out into touch for a throw into the Lion City Sailors. There's that press from Selangor again, giving the Sailors chance to breathe in possession. And that break giving Kamel a chance to reassess, restructure his side and get a message across to his players that it's not been good enough. He wants to see a big improvement from his team, and they are delivering. And that goal will give them a huge lift. Morankovic, on the other hand, has retreated back into the dugout. Lane Sharo. Lovely play from Selangor once again. Clough looking for the return from Krigo. There's Cheng. Kalamula in goal for Selangor, the 30-year-old who joined the club in September of 2024. Has been their first choice this season. Wasn't helped out by his defense with those 2 early goals. Hausen wins it off Elvin Fortes, but gives it straight back to the away side. Lane. It's Richmond. It's better from the Lion City Sailors this time around, looking to force a mistake. Richmond. Lane is there in support, not taking any chances. He lifts it forward into Clough, and it was won by Darkovic. Go back to Selangor again. Here's Faisal Halim. Dirongram. Down the line for Fortes. Darkovic has to be there. Gets to it ahead of Clough. And these are the situations that the Lion City Sailors are looking for. Lestienne, clever pass into Ndenge. Through a couple of players. Found the channel, but they've been forced back again. His right. Costa. Darkovic onto Perez. Was developed at FC Porto. Didn't make his senior breakthrough with them. To go away to France to play with the Troyes. The French second division, before moving back to Portugal to play the top flight with Passos Ferreira for 2 seasons. From Cheng this time around. Ramsala. Lestienne, flag has gone up for offside. Didn't end up in goal anyway from Maxime Lestienne, but that's much better from the Lion City Sailors. Lovely vision from Ramsala, who was able to get his head up and look across. It's a close call. Might just have been leaning just slightly offside. VAR available at this stage of the competition. Going back to the days when it was all down to the officials on the pitch. Kalamula. Van Housen. A miscommunication there between Van Housen and Haris Harun. Means a space for Krigo to burst into. Still with Krigo, the Brazilian with the cutback. Right with the clearance. Dirongram. Ndenge. Does well. Lovely bit of skill. Ball from Ndenge and then from Lestienne. Being squeezed against that touchline. And Lane is going to escape with just a warning from the referee. Here's Noah Lane, a 22-year-old, 16 caps for Malaysia. Wonderful energy and work rate in midfield. There to break up the play, keeps his passing simple. Initially joining Selangor on loan last year. Made a move permanent in January of this year. His first move outside of Finland, where he was born. Represented Finland from under 15 to under 17 level. Down the other end, Ramsala. It's just thrown off by the quickness of Kalamula. The goalkeeping from Kalamula. Identified that there might have been a bit of danger there with that high defensive line. The fact that Ramsala was played in behind by Costa. Kalamula making his 20th appearance in all competitions for Selangor this evening. Shut down the angles well. formerly with PJ City FC, Kedah and Felda United. 8 clean sheets in his 19 previous appearances for the club. Fortes, well, offside. No hesitation from the assistant referee on this near side in raising the flag. As Gamel will be a lot happier with what he's seeing from his side now. He's straight well offside there. Elvin Fortes, the 31-year-old, Cape Verde international, 2 caps for his country. He was born in Rotterdam. Fortes, part of Sparta and Feyenoord's academies. Played in Thailand for a couple of years before joining Selangor in February of last year. A minimum of 3 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. Lopez. Ramsala, space to unleash one. Just wide. He's claiming there was a touch and the referee agrees. Turned into a good save from Kalamola. I normally see goalkeepers denying a touch in these situations. Skipped up of the surface as well in front of him. It was a good save from Kalamola under the circumstances. Lestien with the delivery. It's a good in-swinging corner, headed away by Sharol. And Selangor with the chance to break. Haven't really seen that from them in this match because of the state of the game. Sailors initially with that 2-goal lead, being able to sit back and close off opportunities for Selangor. It'll be fascinating to see how this game progresses in terms of the approaches for both these sides. Well, for the Lion City Sailors, you wonder if they'll to try and pick their moments to go for that third. Selangor not really with much of a choice aside from having to go at the Sailors again once this second half begins. Is right. For diagonal up to Costa, that's got out of bounds. Loves getting forward, Costa, but he's also reliable and solid at the back. Good in his one-on-one defending. He's very steady tonight as well. Up there. That's Costa once more, positioned very nicely. Saw the run from Fortes early, got himself in the way. Acrobatic interception from Costa. That's Ramsala. Drags Cheng inside with him. Dajkovic strides forward with it. Fortes with a couple of interceptions. Dajkovic battling away. And it looks like he's going to be able to win the throw-in here. Decision does go their way. Six-match in charge of the Lion City Sailors for Alexander Rankovic in all competitions. Just over 2 years at the club. Susak. Lovely distribution from the goalkeeper, Lestien. Has to hold it up on his favorite left foot. Back to Ndenge, second deflection into Lopez! And that's his hat-trick complete. Another deflection falling into his path, and he's not going to make a mistake from there, Anderson Lopez. The joy for the Lion City Sailors. Lopez with a big goal just before the break. Lestien, he bends his run, keeps himself onside. There was an excellent pass from Susak. The replay has come on the big screen of the stadium here as well, and Selangor saying to the officials, well, have a look at that. They believe Lestien was offside as it was played through. It didn't look to be the case. But there's still some work to do. And Selangor a little bit unfortunate that they've seen another deflection fall into the path of Anderson Lopez. But it's a good run from deep by Ndenge. Great awareness from Lestien with the back heel into Ndenge. And then Lopez, unguarded goal to tap into. First hat-trick for the Lion City Sailors, and that is the last bit of action in this first half, an extended first half. Anderson Lopez, the hero for the Lion City Sailors, scored the opening goal in the 7th minute, another in the 13th, and then the match was suspended in the 31st due to the activation of the lightning warning system, a thunderstorm here at Bishan Stadium. And then when we got back underway, Trigo Moraes, straight off the restart, scoring from the penalty spot to pull one back for Selangor FC. Give them a lifeline in this contest. And they were looking good. So the Lion City Sailors got themselves settled in and got another goal through Anderson Lopez, completing his hat-trick in the 49th minute. Half-time here at Bishan Stadium, Lion City Sailors 3, Selangor FC 1. Welcome back to Bishan Stadium ahead of this second half between Lion City Sailors of Singapore and Selangor FC of Malaysia. Group G fixture, AFC Champions League Two 2025-26. It is match day 2. And we are underway. Selangor FC going from right to left on your screens for the second half, playing in the navy blue outfits up against the Lion City Sailors, going from left to right in the white and blue. 4 goals from the first half. And had plenty of action in the first half that had to be suspended as well due to the activation of the lightning warning system in the 31st minute. Anderson Lopez got the party started with his first goal in the 7th, and then made it 2-0 in the 13th. Which was suspended in the 31st when we came back into it after a long delay. Costa with the header. And Harris, he thought about a long clearance, exchanges passes with Van Housen and then decides to send it up the pitch. Doesn't get any distance on that. Dengue is fouled by Noor. Anderson Lopez with goals in the 7th and 13th minutes of this match. Gregor Moraes with a goal from the penalty spot in the 37th. And then Anderson Lopez completing his hat-trick in the 4th minute of added time at the end of that first half. His first hat-trick in Asian club competitions. 5 goals now for Anderson Lopez in his last 2 appearances for the Lion City Sailors. Found it difficult initially to really get into the rhythm of things with his new club in his first few matches for the team. And broke his duck against Tanjung Pagar United with those 2 goals, and then he's added another 3 here. Naro up there to find Tirom Ram on the left side. Harris was quick to come across. Selangor qualifying for this competition as Malaysia Super League runners-up last season, scoring 44 goals, conceding just 16 from the 24 matches. Ended the season 18 points off Johor Darul Takzim, 12 clear of Sabah, who finished 3rd. Hasn't been going all that well for Selangor this season, though. Red Giants, as they're known, have struggled in the early stages of the Malaysia Super League. Tirom Ram around the inside channel, linking up with Faisal Halim. Again, it's another quick start from Selangor FC. Good pace when the first half resumed. Got their reward with their goal from the penalty spot. And it's another fast start that they're looking for in this second half. Match which kicked off 2 hours 40 minutes ago at 6 p.m. local time. It's 8:40 p.m. here in Singapore. Tirom Ram with the delivery. First time in this contest that Selangor haven't been able to put quality into the area. Protect his back line. Selangor had a recent 1-0 loss to Kuching City on the 21st of September. That was their 3rd defeat in 5 games. They have amassed just 6 points from the opening 5 fixtures in the domestic league, 7th on the standings. So didn't get off to a great start in this competition. Did win their last game though prior to this one, and that was a match against another Singaporean side. It was in a competition called the ASEAN Club Championship. 4-2 win for Selangor against Tampines Rovers. So it's back-to-back games against clubs from Singapore. This one the first competitive meeting between these 2 clubs. And that poor start by Selangor costing Katsuhito Kinoshi his job as head coach. He was let go 5 days ago. A 60-year-old only appointed in November of last year. Was in charge for just 23 matches pretty good points average, 1.83 points per game in his spell. And Christophe Gamel, the under-23 head coach, stepping up as his replacement as the interim head coach, the senior side. His first competitive game in charge. As they went off at half-time, he was having a few words with the officials. Wasn't too happy with some of the decisions going against him in that first half. Elements outside of their control. Fortes, a bit of skill to get away from a couple of defenders. Venhausen, after Di Romram, it's flicked in by Krigo. Easy for Susak. So launch it long to Richmond Ankra. Cleans up nicely. Di Romram was fouled by Anderson Lopez. Selangor take it quickly. That's Cheng. Another up there. Scoop it out to Faisal Halim over Venhausen. Faisal with the effort. Great save from Susak. Lovely pass from Noor Al-Rawabde. Krigo on the turn. Now for a goal kick. Great save from Susak. Well, keeps himself onside. Venhausen this time just misjudging the flight of that pass from Al-Rawabde. Great touch. Wonderful first touch from Faisal Halim, just to set himself up for the effort at goal. The giant frame of Susak denying Faisal Halim a chance to get Selangor's second. There's Cheng. 25-year-old, born in Sydney to Malaysian parents, father from Johor, his mother from Penang. He spent some time developing at the Central Coast Mariners Academy. Didn't make it in the A-League. Didn't make it to the A-League, I should say. Moved to Selangor from an Australian side called the Sutherland Sharks in 2020. He spent the season alone developing with Penang before turning to Selangor for the 2022 season, and has been a key player for them ever since. They've settled into this contest a lot better now. Tin Cheng, who's been given lots of problems down his side of the pitch by Ramsala and Costa. There's Lane. Al-Rawabde. Time to turn in central midfield. Lane gets it from Sharol. Di Romram. It's Faisal. Faisal Halim, who's also spent time with Pahang and Terengganu. Here's Ramsala. Sailor so dangerous on the break. Lopez again! Lovely finish on Lopez! It's 4 on the night for Anderson Lopez and for the Lion City Sailors. But Ramsala with the pace on the break. Lovely timing on the pass. And it was left to Lopez to finish. Just on the outside of Bar Ramsala. That supporting run coming from the big Brazilian. And he kept his composure. No chance for Kalamula. And you can see that confidence flowing through him now with the finish. Deft touch over Kalamula. An incredible night at the office for Anderson Lopez. First time he scored 4 goals in an AFC club competition in Dengue. Sailors fans want more. Ramsala released again. Lopez and Lestian in the box. Ramsala goes himself. Sharul Nazim was in the way and he's hurt himself in that challenge. An emphatic way to answer your critics. Anderson Lopez come under fire. Come into the Lion City Sailors with incredible pedigree and a consistent goal scorer when it comes to Asian football, and it was just a matter of time. Another look at this effort from Ramzala. Painful one for Sharul Nazim, but an important block. Had plenty of support. Did Ramzala. Sharul Nazim should be okay to continue, get some treatment, and try and get himself back on. Nice cushion, a great cushion for the Lion City Sailors now. With 3-goal lead, and Selangor, the second time in this competition, have conceded 4. Here's Faisal Halim. Noral Rawabde off the crossbar. Good effort from the Jordanian. Gets it back again. Will go one more time, will he? No, pokes it out to Cheng, who loses his footing. Unfortunate for Quintin Cheng, and very unlucky. Noral Rawabde with that effort crashing off the crossbar. .51 caps for Jordan. Good quality on that effort. It opened up for him. Wrap his foot around that. Just couldn't quite get the dip that needed at the end. Joined Selangor in January of 2023. Picked up an anterior cruciate ligament injury in October of 2024. Came back in August and straight into being a key player for the side again. This is his 28th appearance in the AFC Club competition match. 24 of those were in the AFC Cup while he was at Al Jazeera and Al Muharraq. And he won the AFC Cup in 2021 while at Al Muharraq. Also part of Jordan's squad that were runners-up in the AFC Asian Cup in Qatar. It's been a fantastic signing for them. Noral Rawabde. Clough. Still having a lot to prove, Zach Clough. Came through with Bolton as a young player. Played for them in the championship. Clough onto Dinomram. That's Clough again. Left half space, Faisal. Dance in behind once more. Sailors getting white shirts in the way. Another break for the Lion City Sailors. White shirts streaming forward. It's Ramzala on his own once more. Just wide. Costa on the outside of it. Was waiting for the pass. He had Lopez as well to his right. He's dragged his effort wide. Change for Selangor. Raimi Shamsul is going to be coming on for Quintin Cheng. So we have a look at this attacking transition from the home side. Need to be a save from Kalamola, so it will be a corner. Raimi is on. And I wonder if at this stage Christophe Kamel is just thinking about keeping a few players fresh. Change up in the routine, and Dengue with the effort. That low pass into the area from Maxime Lestienne. Raimi Shamsul, the 22-year-old, right back, brought on by Selangor. Malaysia under-16 international.
Substitution for Selangor FC, player number 2, Quintin Chong,
has been at Selangor since March of last year. Lestien. Krigo with the header away. Perez recovers possession. Diromram. Into Krigo. Club. Lascelles is very comfortable, happy to sit back in this 5-4-1 when they don't have it. I think their goal difference in the group along as well. Also taking the win in the head-to-head against Selangor. If it does go on to finish this way. Still some time to go left in this contest. It's looking unlikely. There'll be a comeback from Selangor, but it's a wonderful game of football. Stranger things have happened. Lane into Faisal. Krigo held it up well initially, but Ndenge providing support to Datkovic. Wasn't able to come away with it in the end. There's Fortes, that little drag of the ball. It's been pretty effective for him. Lane, Diromram onto Fortes. Oh, up there, Diromram kicked it into the box. Costa, weak clearance, falls to Faisal. Forced a save from Ivan Susak. Sharrell with these studs showing. The referee didn't like that. Asking for further action to be taken against Sharrell Nazim. Another look at Faisal Halim with this effort. Plenty of power, kept it low as well. The direction just not quite enough to really trouble Susak. Faisal Halim joined Selangor in December of 2022, making his 58th appearance for them. Scores goals, creates chances for his side, and he's someone who's fought back heroically from serious injuries sustained due to an acid attack in May of 2024. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks with 4th-degree burns to his neck, shoulder, chest, and hands. Some facial injuries as well. After that, he actually considered retiring from the game. It really is fantastic to see him come back into it and continue to be such a wonderful player. There he is, on the right side, gets it back inside the lane. And Faisal also scored against Korea Republic at the AFC Asian Cup for Malaysia. Bailey Wright. It's been a part of 2 squads for Australia at the FIFA World Cup. A triple change for Selangor. One of them a central defender in Abu Al-Nadi. Musawi is also going to be coming on. Omid Musawi. When Fortes is off. So as I expected, getting to that stage now where Christophe Gamel is just thinking of resting some of his regular starters, or players who will be his regular starters, going ahead, and perhaps an acceptance that this game is out of reach for them with the players that have come off. Fortes, Clough, and Sharrell Nazim being replaced. Omid Musawi, one of those coming on.
Substitution for Selangor FC. Player number 14, Zach Paul Clough, is replaced by number 14, Ahmad Fikri.
Ahmad Fikri is also on.
Fortes is replaced by player number 48, Omid Musawi. And player number 44, Sharrell Nazim, is replaced by number 3,
Abu Al-Nadi.
Abu Al-Nadi.
'Nadi. Abu Al-Nadi. 'Nadi. 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 in central defence for Selangor. Abul Nadi, who normally starts in that position, part of the back three they played under their previous coach. Abul Nadi, who is 24 years of age, 9 caps for Jordan. He was born in Kansas, the United States of America. Was part of Sporting Kansas City's academy. Couldn't make the step up to the MLS, Major League Soccer, so he left the USA to play in Jordan Al Hussein for joining Selangor in September of 2024, and has been an important part of the side this season. Made 5 appearances in this competition in the last campaign. Lane. That's it back from Musawi. Bonadi passes it straight to Maxime Lestien. Couldn't get away from Diromram. Falls over, but wins possession back for his side. That's Faisal. Now the away team seeing a lot of possession, not much in the way of penetration so far in the second half. Faisal Halim with that effort, forcing a save from Susak. Looking like a long way back for Selangor. It's lovely from Ramzala. Okay, with the power and the pace. Tries right through the heart of that midfield of Selangor. Lestien on his favourite left foot. Back to Ramzala. Venhausen. Acres of space down the right-hand side, and that's where Ramzala intended to go. Dengue just decide to slow it down for the moment, the Lion City Sailors. Long defensive spell, so a chance for them to just have some time in possession. Take that pressure away. Makes Selangor work. Right. Goes to his left. Costa. It's 4 against 4. Costa, lovely ball for Lopez! Setting up for what could have been his 5th. Well, the sort of form he's been in tonight, I've backed him to put that away. Not the easiest of efforts. Fired into him with great pace. That was a fantastic ball from Costa. Just bounced up before he was able to make contact with it. But again, you can see why he was so frustrated with himself. I think a player of his quality will expect himself to at least hit the target from those positions. Faisal. And Krigo. There's a few choice words for the referee. Feels there was a handball from Perez. Again, some decisions Selangor will feel just not quite going their way. The most decorated club in Malaysian football history. 53 top flight honours, 33 Malaysia Cup titles, 8 Charity Shields, 7 League Championships, 5 FA Cups. The last major trophy, however, coming in 2015 when they won the Malaysia Cup. 10 years ago. Did win the MFL Challenge Cup last season, but that isn't regarded as a major title. Lestien sweeps a delightful diagonal out to Costa. Trying to be a little bit too fancy. Sailors full back. Perez has gone down. I think he might be struggling with a bit of cramp. And Vrankovic is going to be thinking about making a change. Song Eui-yong is getting prepared to come on. Faisal given the space to drive into the box. Venhausen gets some help. And the Sailors clear their lines. Abul Nadi gets to it ahead of Lopez. Perez goes down again. Selangor well within their rights to keep playing. Doesn't have to put this one out. Abul Nadi. Krigo with the effort. A look to take this opportunity now to get some treatment for Perez and potentially make that change. Gregor Moraes trying to make something happen for his side. Has the ability to. He's a wonderful player, Gregor Moraes. Didn't quite work out for him when he was with Buriram. Trying to his move to Selangor. Won't want to risk it here. Perez is going to be coming off. Joined the Lion City Sailors in July of 2023. Rui Perez, he was initially signed to be part of their AFC Champions League elite campaign for that season. Didn't feature in the domestic league. Has now been playing regularly in the league and on the continental stage for them. Song Yong is a wonderful replacement to have for Rui Perez, who was also on a yellow card. So
for Lion Descendants, player number 8, Rui Perez.
They won't have to
number 15,
deal with any potential disciplinary issues for the rest of this game, with Perez on that booking coming off to be replaced by Song Yong, 31-year-old Singapore international, born and raised in Korea Republic, but moved to Singapore as an 18-year-old. Pursue a career in the professional game with Home United. Bishan Stadium, a ground that he's very familiar with, Song Yong. Ramsala. Costa. Back to Datkovic. A Song spent 8 seasons with Home United, followed by another 3 as part of the Lion City Sailors for spells in Thailand and Indonesia. Came back to the Sailors in early 2024. Noral Rawabde, and having to take low-quality shots from range, Selangor. He was off balance on Rawabde as he hit that one. The Sailors will be absolutely delighted that this game was able to be restarted. Thankfully, the weather cleared up, and both sides able to get on with it. There's Faisal again in behind Venhausen. Into the box is Faisal Halim. Oh, it's a brilliant finish by Faisal Halim. The dynamo on the left, so explosive, and he scores all sorts of problems for the Lion City Sailors in this contest. And he comes away with a big goal for them. Probably has been the most dangerous player on the pitch for the Malaysian side, Faisal. That's his 20th goal for Selangor. 58 appearances for the club. That's an excellent finish from Faisal Halim. He's so patient and composed. And he waits for Ivan Susam to make the decision. Venhausen once more getting caught out of position underneath that pass in behind. Faisal, he knows he's got not much to work with. Susam covering the angles at the near post and the far post. Oh, they're in behind again. Dirobram! Rankovic looking for a change, wants to make the change. He needs some fresh legs out there, especially in that right back position. Akram is going to be coming on for Venhausen. He's seen enough. Diroram coming close to making it very interesting again.
For Lion City Sailors, number 22, Chris Van Houten, is replaced by number 30, Akram Osman.
So Akram Osman on for Chris Venhausen. Oh, it's just tiring. Hasn't been a great second half from the Singapore international. So a chance for Akram Osman. Also someone who's recently broke into the Singapore international side the last year or so, joining the Lion City Sailors from Tanjung Pagar United. So fresh legs up against Faisal Halim. Abol Naldi, Tiromram. A lot of the good things happening for Selangor FC happening because of Faisal Halim. Oh, another opportunity for Selangor. Surely they put this away. What a big chance. Not taken. Ivan Susak doing enough to deny the Malaysian side. Noral Ruabde keeping the pressure on the Lion City Sailors. There's a spark in the game again. Diromram. Lane. Somit Musawi with the opportunity. Sailors leaving dangerously here. Ahmad Fikri getting in behind that back line. Rankovic asking questions, turning around to his bench to say, what is going on? Look pretty solid, pretty stable. But it's been a strange passage of play for them from a defensive side of things. And they have to just try and take the sting out of the game once again. Hold on to the ball a little bit better here, the Lion City Sailors. A lot of their success in this competition last season was built upon their ability to hold out defensively while hitting on the break. And also very strong at home in this competition last season, losing just twice in a home match. Once was against Persib Bandung. The other, unfortunately for them, was in the final against Sharjah here at Bishan Stadium. Dengue, nice and strong to take it away from Nural Rawabde, but gave it back to Selangor, and Song Yong with a desperate lunge. Fouling Krigo.
The official attendance for today's match is 1,745. Thank you for your support.
Selangor with a solid history of competing on the continental stage. They were finalists all the way back at the 1967 Asian Champion Club Tournament, first ever edition of that competition. Faisal trying to find some joy against Akram, who's just come on. And Selangor will take part in another 5 editions of Asian Club Football's top-tier competitions in its various guises. This one is Selangor's 7th appearance at this level, 5 of them coming in the AFC Cup era. This is their 2nd consecutive appearance in AFC Champions League Two. Narrowly missed out on progression from the group stage at the last edition of this competition. Interestingly for Selangor, they've been grouped alongside another Singaporean side, Tampines Rovers, in 3 of their 5 AFC Cup campaigns. And the only other Singaporean side prior to their fixture against the Lion City Sailors that they came up against in continental action was Singapore Armed Forces FC. First round of the 98-99 Asian Club Championship. Here's Costa. Back to Song. Lestien. Dengue. Akram. Four wins and 1 draw for the Lion City Sailors at home in this competition last season. And Selangor with just 1 win away from home last season against Cebu, 4-0 victory. They did manage a 1-0 draw away to Mong Tong United and a slender 1-0 defeat to John Book. What's interesting about Selangor as well this season is they haven't won an away game against a top-flight side. And their only away win was in the Malaysian FA Cup round of 16 against Malaysian University. Taken quickly by Abol Nadi. Anderson Lopez wanted some treatment. The referee quite happy to say play on. Coming into the final 10 minutes or so of this contest. Another goal for Selangor makes things very interesting. Fikri. Richmond Ankra. Lane goes back to Richmond Ankra, 25-year-old central defender. Back with Selangor after a season away on loan with Penang. He got some really good minutes. Lane. And thought about a pass back to his central defenders once more. Dirom Ram picking up inside, looking to try and outnumber the Lion City Sailors in those central positions. As Lane on to Noral Rawabde. Maybe first touch from Dirom Ram, but he's able to regain it. So a free kick in a good position for Selangor, and it's a yellow card for Bailey Wright. Well, Leonard D is just standing by to come on for the Lion City Sailors as they look to make an attacking change. Well, a couple of attacking changes. Shawal Anwar, another one, getting prepared to make an appearance. T and Shawal Anwar were fantastic for the Sailors in their campaign last season. Another look at that challenge, crunching challenge from Bailey Wright. Just mistimed. A couple of options standing over this one for Selangor. Faisal Halim and Kevin Dirom Ram. It's Faisal. Took a touch off Susak. You had to be absolutely sure. The fingertips. Has to push it off target. Ivan Susak. It's been solid for the Sailors in this second half. So Anderson Lopez comes off to a round of applause. He's replaced by Leonard T.
Is replaced by number 9, Leonard T.
Maxime Lestien is also coming off to be replaced by Shawal Anwar. Another Singapore international, 34-year-old Shawal Anwar, and the 33-year-old Leonard T. Brilliant night for Anderson Lopez. Faisal, the outswinger. Datkovic with the header. It will be another corner to Selangor. Racking up the corners here, 8 of them now. T, his first involvement, is a defensive header away. Well, Bailey Wright has gone down in the box. Looks to be a facial injury for Bailey Wright. Might need some treatment.
Substitution for
Selangor making a change at left back. It's the experience. Fazli Mazlan coming on for Kevin Dirom Ram.
Replace number 93.
Fazli Mazlan, who used to play for Jordan Al-Tazim early on in his career. An incident off the ball there, Bailey Wright. It's just been a collision with Ahmad Fikri. Wasn't quite clear from that replay whether there was an arm thrown into the face of Bailey Wright. Important thing here is that he's going to be okay to continue. Well, it could have been a very different story for Selangor. They Got that goal from Krigo Moraes on the spot to make it 2-1. Unable to go into the break with just that one goal deficit. Instead, so Anderson Lopez completed his hat-trick just before half-time. There's Krigo. Musawi. Pakistan international, Omid Musawi. Fazli. Faisal. Whips it around the corner. Into Fikri. Tried something different with that back heel, Ahmad Fikri. I don't think he was completely aware of the positions that his teammates had taken up. Abol Nadi. Richman Ankra helps it on. Richman Ankra, a player who's came through with Accra Lions in Ghana before moving to Selangor's reserve side initially in 2022. Accra Lions, a club that has that relationship, a player development relationship with Selangor. It's going to be a yellow card here for Haris Harun as well. So 34-year-old finds himself going into the referee's book. Arm into the face of Ahmad Fikri. I don't think he can have any complaints about that. He knew exactly what he was doing. All that experience. Haris into his 5th season with the Lion City Sailors. Second player in their history to make 100 appearances for them. Also a former Jodo Takzim player who won the AFC Cup with JDT in 2015. There's Faisal. Right. Headed down, falls to Musawi. He's kept that in play. Danger for the Sailors, but Leonard T was nicely placed. Will stay under pressure. It's Richmond. Lane. Right again with the block. There's one for T to chase. Against Fazli Mazlan. T uses his strength. Last touch was off Leonard T, so it will be a throw to the away side. Joined the Lion City Sailors in May of 2024 after 6 seasons in Dutch football. Leonard T, former German youth international, played for them at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup in 2009. Also played for them at the Under-19 Euros. Never made the breakthrough at the senior international level though. Flag is up for offside on Faisal Halim. Lion City Sailors edging closer to the 3 points at home. From goalkeeper to goalkeeper. Sailors attackers having to retreat into a midfield line of 4. Musawi can try and stretch that back 5 with a run in behind. Create some space for Selangor to work with in the channels. Here he is again, Omid Musawi. Has to put some elevation on that. Akram is able to meet that delivery ahead of Faisal. Fazli, Lane, Faisal. Up there to Faisal Halim. Up there. Good run from inside out. Haris under pressure. Nice contact on that. Facing his own goal, so dangerous for a defender in those situations. And he had Krigo on his back as well. That's that experience of Haris Harun. Great positioning. 57 AFC Club competition appearances for him now. Right, gives Susa some work to do with that header. No problem, says his goalkeeper. Selangor up to 10 corners. Costa. There's that ball again down the left for Ramsala to chase. Kalamula this time gets to it early. Costa. Strong play from Song Euyong. Win back possession for the Sailors. Minimum of 5 minutes to be added on.
5 minutes of added time.
Here's Wright. Taken down very nicely by Richmond. It is the AFC Champions League Two debut in their last game. Selangor looking at another 4-2 defeat. Back-to-back 4-2 defeats in this competition. Unless something changes very quickly for them. The next 4 minutes or so. Ball Nadi. It's Fazli. Faisal. Being given a chance to turn by Akram. Just decides to help that forward. Akram Asman. Lane. Pings it out to Musawi. Good support from Raimi. Akram will win the free kick. Had to be brave there. He saw the challenge coming in from Fazli Maslan, and that will do for the Lion City Sailors. Akram will take that. And as expected, they'll take their time in these moments. The Sailors, they are almost there now. Looking at extending the unbeaten streak to 5. There will be 4 wins from those 5 matches if they hold on here. Selangor with 22 shots in this match, 8 of them on target, 67% possession. Sailors with 14 shots, 6 on target, 4 of those scored. Efficient, effective, deadly. Anderson Lopez with all 4 of those goals. Lane. Ball Nadi. Overhits that. And that pretty much wraps things up from Selangor's perspective. A couple of sparks with those goals from Krigo and Faisal Halim. Game could have been very different as well had Diromram scored his effort just a minute after Faisal had made it a 4-2. Ball Nadi. Fazli. It's in the defense that the Selangor really have a lot of work to do. Conceding far too many goals this season. Too many issues with their chance creation and getting players in dangerous positions. They've got a great goal scorer in Krigo. Able to open up the Lion City Sailors defense once again. Yes, haven't been as efficient in front of goal as their opposition tonight. about 3.5 hours from when this fixture first kicked off. It's been a long night. The Lion City Sailors will be coming away with 3 points for their efforts. Tough evening for Selangor, another defeat in this competition. Back-to-back losses puts them in such a difficult position in the group now in terms of progression. As we get the final whistle here at Bishan Stadium. An excellent victory for the Lion City Sailors at home. Their first match back at Bishan Stadium in this competition since their appearance in the final. There's the hero for the Sailors tonight, Anderson Lopez, with 4 goals. Scored in the 7th and 13th minute. And then in the 4th minute of time added on, after Krigor pulled one back for Selangor on the 37th from the penalty spot. Lopez then made it 4-1 in the 54th minute before Faisal Halim picked up his goal, his 20th for Selangor. Make it 4-2 at the end of this contest. The Sailors' unbeaten start to their AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 campaign. A draw against Persib Bandung, a victory against Selangor FC. It's a Singaporean side to come away with the victory against the Malaysian team this time around. And the Lion City Sailors put themselves in a good position in the group as they look ahead to the challenges that are still to come. Final score here at full time at Bishan Stadium. The Lion City Sailors 4, Selangor FC 2.